Hey, VCTC here. Hey, guess what? One of my packages from Record Krate finally showed up. And you know something? It's the later one. Adam mailed 4 packages to me. One on December 2nd, one on December 3rd, and then 2 weeks later, one day apart. I still haven't gotten that very first one he mailed on December 2nd. I don't know what happened. It's, according to the tracking number, it's still sitting somewhere in North Carolina. It'll get here by, I don't know, Arbor Day. Not a big deal. Anyway, I did finally get one of the other 2, and so I just wanted to run by some of the stuff. Now, granted, a lot of it's out of season because most of it came from the Christmas sale, but I didn't expect to get them in time anyway. I got this one, first of all. Haven't put it back together again since I wiped it off because Corona. Joyous Noel. This is a box set of Christmas music featuring Enrico Caruso, Mario Lanza, Glenn Miller, Harry Como, the Robert Shaw Chorale, and a whole bunch of other acts. Jim Reeves, John Gary, Harry Belafonte, Spike Jones, George Beverly Shea, and a whole bunch of other ones. I'm very interested in hearing that one. Now, just let me grab a few at a time here, because this was a huge shipment. The next batch, another one I'm starting to add on my Paul Williams collection. This is Paul Williams Classics. This is Paul singing Paul. All of his best known songs. He's got You and Me Against the World, We've Only Just Begun, Evergreen, Rainy Days and Mondays, I Won't Last a Day Without You, Old Fashioned Love Song, and more. I have always loved Paul as a singer, and this also comes with a lyric sleeve and picture. He's terrific. I actually have a similar one on MP3, but vinyl's preferable. Taste of Honey, classic album from 1978, summer of 1978. There's that date again. Featuring the #1 song on the Kirkham Report for the 1978 survey year, Boogie Oogie Oogie. Even though it didn't hit #1, it peaked at #2. But you know how. I'll explain that one of these days. In fact, I got a chart thing coming up probably tomorrow. So you may hear a little bit more about it then. But I love A Taste of Honey. Janice Marie is just an incredible guitarist and vocalist. And can't wait to hear this whole thing. Some Christmas fare. The Gem Neighbors Christmas album. Yeah, just to say I have it. Mantovani Christmas Carols. Love the beautiful music format, and Mantovani was one of the kings. And then I got a set of these from Adam for $6 for all 4 of these. And I've only got them because I've not heard them, but I do know people who have heard them and say they're a riot. And the first one spent weeks at #1 on Billboard's album chart in 1960. These are 4 albums by the great Bob Newhart. The Button-Down Mind of Bob Newhart, this was the #1 album. The Button-Down Mind Strikes Back. Behind the Button-Down Mind of Bob Newhart, and Bob Newhart, the Button-Down Mind on TV. Apparently he'd had a variety show for a few weeks in the 60s, which is where this came from, before he had another show called The Bob Newhart Show, which ran for 5 or 6 seasons in the 70s. It was a popular hit. It was on right after Mary Tyler Moore on Saturday night. Continuing to add to my Carole King collection, this is Carol's 1980 album, Pearls. It's the first time she had ever released an album consisting mostly of the hits she had written for other people with her ex-husband, Jerry Goffin. It does appear to be a promo from the cut. I don't think it's a white label. No, it's actually a custom label, in capital. This includes Carol's awesome version of One Fine Day, plus Locomotion, Oh No, Not My Baby, and a number of other ones. I'm anxious to hear this. It should be fun. Let me grab some more. Dolly Parton, 12-inch single for Baby I'm Burning and I Want to Fall in Love. This is from the album Heartbreaker. It is on Shocking Pink. vinyl. I have another one on pink vinyl, Chics, I Want Your Love. Dolly has hit the dance chart, the dance and disco chart, more than once. She's the only country artist to have done that. I think her biggest hit over there was Potential New Boyfriend in 1983. Great song. This is actually an upgrade for me. Donna Summer, Live and More from 1979, I believe. My copy of this had a label defect. And I want to see, I don't think it's on this. One of the labels was actually, I had a double label. It was actually stuck into the grooves of one of the songs. So I thought, you know, I'm going to grab that, replace that disc, and then maybe send the other one to Steve. I don't know. We'll see. I bought 2 albums by the awesome Mary Kay Place. If you don't know who Mary Kay Place is, she's a character actress. She's a singer. She's best known for playing Loretta Haggard. Is that her name? Loretta Haggard? Or Haggerty on Mary Hartman in the 1970s, and its sequel, Fernwood Tonight, and Fernwood, USA. She more recently appeared with Meryl Streep, and It's Complicated. This is the album Tonight at the Capri Lounge. Loretta Haggard, that's her name. So this is when the album when it came out during the run of the show. And the second one, Amen to Please, used to belong to somebody named David, as you can see from the sticker there. This one has a great duet with Willie Nelson called Something to Brag About. I actually have a white label promo 45 of that. I think she's awesome anyway. I've loved her as an actress and as a singer for years. But she's got a lot of good stuff on this too, including her cover of Save the Last Dance for Me, and Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. So that'll be fun. I love her. It's going to be great to hear these. 2 classics from novelty singer-comedian Alan Sherman. My Name is Alan, which I think was the first album. And My Son the Nut, which features his big hit Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. I love Alan Sherman. I had my son the Bachelor, I think it was, has a song on it. I don't have it anymore. It had a song on it called No One's Perfect, which is just one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. And I just recently found a clip of a college group singing it, and it was a riot. It was a recent thing, too. Back to Christmas now, with Christmas Wonderland again from, oh no, this is Bert Kemford. I'm sorry, the other one was Montabani. More music, more beautiful music format. Easy listening. If it's easy listening, why is it so hard to listen to? Christmas with Zamfir. You can people jam on him all the time, but he's like Yanni. He has incredible abilities with the pan flute, and it is just amazing. I just picked up a CD from him too, from Adam. Christmas Hymns and Carols from Bob Ralston at the organ. Love Bob Ralston. I showed another one I bought from Two Hip Chicks a couple weeks ago. Holiday Sing-Along with Mitch from Mitch Miller and the Gang. This includes the lyrics on the inside gatefold sheet. Everett McKinley Dirksen at Christmas Time. Senator Dirksen, who was a senator at the time he was recording some of his stuff. This might be after he left office. But can I ask a question? Here's his picture. Let me see if I can get a good shot of him. Does he look like you think Al Franken's going to look at age 70, maybe? Senator Everett Dirksen's Christmas album. Songs of Christmas from the Norman Luboff Choir. And I've never owned this, and I thought, Adam has a good copy in good condition. I'm going to get it. Classic Greatest Hits collection from the Beach Boys, Endless Summer. Great stuff. All their big hits are here. All the ones I love, so that'll be great. This is special to me because I fell in love with Nino Rota's music when they used a couple of pieces of it in Paranoid Park, the film from 2008 or 2009. And I hope I don't have any hairs hanging out here. This is the soundtrack from Fellini's La Dolce Vita. Rota does most of the music here. I love his stuff. It's very avant-garde, and it's just fascinating. I got this strictly for the cover. When I get my office set, I'm going to have someplace where I can hang covers. I got this so I could hang it up. I beat Kurt to the punch when Adam had it in the sale. Herbie Mann and Push Push. I just love that shot. This is Record Club of America. I'm not sure what that is. On Embryo Records, which I'm unfamiliar with, but it's an earlier cut. I'm used to the Herbie that I know was disco. He had a big hit called Superman from the album of the same name in 1979. But I love, he's an amazing flautist, and if you've not heard him, this is still going to be a good album, despite that ridiculous cover. Redbone, one of the only Native American acts to ever chart. This is, I believe, their second or their third album. Come and Get Your Love was their big hit, but this album is also, I was just checking up on it, it's had some great reviews when it came out. This is Potlatch, and so it should be great. I'm going to save that one for a minute because that one's a little weird. The band Night. This band featured Chris Thompson, who would later go on to write a lot of big hits and have a hit on his own called If You Remember Me, from the movie The Champ in 1980. Night had a hit in 1979 called Hot Summer Nights. Great stuff. And two very special things that I picked up. One of which I paid more than I've ever paid for a used disc. But then again, as I've told you in the past, I collect radio transcriptions. This is not a transcription. This is an original promo album put out by the label when the album New Harvest First Gathering came out from Dolly Parton. This is a personal music dialogue with Dolly Parton conducted by Mike Harrison, who was at the time the managing editor of Radio and Records. He's also hosted a couple of radio shows, including the Great American Radio Show, which was an AOR countdown show in the late 70s and early 80s. Love him. It's on the Black RCA label and is officially sanctioned by the label. This is a gold mine, Adam. Thank you for this. He even gave me a little discount. And finally, I was unaware that this was an acetate. I'm pretty sure it's not vinyl. It's a 10-inch, and I don't have very many 10 inches, and I hope my new turntable is going to be able to hold it. Earl Nightingale gives you the strangest secret. This is a spoken word record. It is basically a book on record. Earl Nightingale was a financial expert who had a daily radio program in the 70s and 80s. I remember listening to him when I was in 6th and 7th grade. His show was on, his little 5-minute show was part of the morning news program on KPQ FM radio from Wenatchee, Washington. So I was very familiar. My uncle also had a tape set of his financial advice that I listened to. Physically, I didn't actually take the advice. I probably would have a lot more money if I did, if I had it. But I just thought this was a great curio to add to my collection. I also have two other things that came a while ago that I know one of them, Adam, passed on to me because he didn't want to sell it, and I had expressed an interest in it. This is a sampler album from the Muzak record service, radio service. More Than Music and Environment, Muzak. Yes, elevator music, my favorite kind of goofy stuff. This album contains Kiss Me in the Rain, Daydreamer, Sailing, Fame, It has pop songs here too. And I'm like, okay, that's really weird. It's going to be interesting to check it out. And I can't wait to listen to it. And the other one is this. It's a box set. I have not yet opened it. It was still sealed. The Best of Roger Whittaker. My mother was a huge fan of Roger. Of the crooners, only Andy Williams comes higher on my list than Roger Whittaker. I think he's really great, and this sounds like a great little set to have. Like I said, I haven't opened it yet. I will when I put it in Discogs. Greatest hits and finest performances. It's a Reader's Digest set, so you know it's going to be quality. They always have good quality stuff, and I can't wait to take a listen to this stuff either. So that's what I got in my last shipment, mostly from my last shipment from Record Krate. I have one more box from them, 2 more boxes of Discogs stuff. Still haven't gotten anything from Bambox. They've charged me 3 times now. I still haven't gotten anything from them. And I have a couple, 1 at least, and maybe 2 coming from 2 hip chicks. And, oh, I don't know. I've probably got 2 or 3 other things out there. So, Postal Service, please get your shit together. Okay? I have more coming later in the weekend. Until then, I'm TC. We'll see you soon. Bye.